This is gonna sound ridiculous, but I'm gonna read to you guys because I only know how to stay awake if I'm reading to someone out loud. Okay. um, um, um. So, what I learned on this very last chapter, mind you, I'm rereading some pages from last night because I was low-key falling asleep on my book. But we're learning about anti-fragility. Now, we know the word fragile, means weak, means softened by harm, right? Anti-fragility means doing better once you get hurt. The term anti-fragility is beyond resilience or robustness. The resilient resists shocks and stays the same. Anti-fragile stays better. Yeah, so anti-fragility is about getting stronger when harmed. So, opposite of fragile. Now I'm going to read how we could be more anti-fragile. Step 1, create redundancies. Instead of having a single salary, try to find a way to make money from your hobbies, at other jobs, or by starting your own business. I love that. I love that advice. I love having hobbies. Why not make money from it? Right? I love that. I love that saying. If you only have one salary, you might be left with nothing should your employer run into trouble leaving you in a position of fragility. On the other hand, if you have several options and you lose your primary job, it might just happen that you end up dedicating more time to your secondary job and maybe even make more money at it. You could have been that stroke of bad luck and would be in that case anti-fragile. 100% of seniors we interviewed in Ogimi had a primary and secondary occupation. Most of them kept a vegetable garden as a secondary job and sold their produce at the local market. The same idea goes for friendships and personal interests. It's just a matter, as the saying goes, of not putting all your eggs in one basket. Preach. Reading makes you thirsty. In the sphere of romantic relationships, there are those who focus all their energy on their partner and make him or her their whole world. Y'all should listen to this. Those people lose everything if their relationship doesn't work out. Whereas if they've cultivated strong friendships and a full life along the way, they'll be in a better position to move on at the end of a relationship. They'll be anti-fragile. Here y'all go. If y'all need some tips, if y'all out there are in a tricky situationship, don't be all about that, bro. Don't be all about that. I'm just saying. Anyways, I actually like this little paragraph too. Right now you might be thinking, I don't need more than one salary and I'm happy with the friends I've always had. Why should I add anything new? It might seem like a waste of time to add variation to our lives because extraordinary things don't ordinarily happen. We slip into a comfort zone, but the unexpected always happens sooner or later. Step 2. Bet conservatively in certain areas and take small risks in others. The world of finance turns out to be very useful in explaining this concept. If you have 10 bands saved up, you might put 9,000 of that into an index fund or fixed term deposit and invest that remaining $1,000 in 10 startups with huge growth potential. Say $100 in each. One possible scenario is that 3 of the companies fail. You will lose $300. And the value of 3 other companies goes down. You will lose another $100 or $200. The value of 3 goes up. You make $100 or $200. And the value of one of the startups increases 20-fold. You make nearly $2,000 or maybe even more. You still make money, even if 3 of the businesses go completely belly up. You've benefited from the damage, just like the Hydra. The key to becoming anti-fragile is taking on small risks that might lead to a great reward. Hell yeah. Without exposing ourselves to dangers that might sink us. Such as investing $10,000 in a fund of questionable reputation that we saw advertised in the newspaper. And step 3, get rid of the things that make you fragile. Duh. We're taking the negative route for this exercise. Ask yourself, what makes me fragile? Certain people, things, and habits generate losses for us and make us vulnerable. Who and what are they? When we make our New Year's resolutions, we tend to emphasize adding new challenges to our lives. I love New Year's resolutions. I love having goals and I love having plans. You know, I'm all about self-growth. We've discussed that. It's great to have this kind of objective, but setting good riddance goals can have an even bigger impact. For example, I guess here are some challenges and resolutions that you might have from yours, which I guess these could have a big impact. Stop snacking between meals. I feel like I'm disciplining you guys right now. Eat sweets only once per week. Gradually pay off all debt. Avoid spending time with toxic people. Avoid spending time doing things we don't enjoy, simply because we feel obligated to do them. Spend no more than 20 minutes on Facebook per day. Imagine me spending only 20 minutes on TikTok. You guys know I deleted my social medias, but TikTok's still there. And I do have good videos on there. It's not like I'm majorly doom scrolling. It's not like I'm receiving any bad information from TikTok, but it does take up a lot of my time, and I really have to work on that. To build resilience into our lives, we shouldn't fear adversity, because each setback is an opportunity for growth. If we adopt an anti-fragile attitude, we will find a way to get stronger with every blow, refining our lifestyle and staying focused on our ikigai. Taking a hit or two can be viewed as either misfortune or an experience that we can apply to all areas of our lives. As we continually make corrections and set new and better goals, we need randomness, mess, adventures, uncertainty, self-discovery, hear traumatic episodes, all these things that make life worth living. Life is pure of imperfection. As the philosophy of wabi-sabi teaches us, and the passage of time shows us that everything is fleeting. But if you have a clear sense of your ikigai, each moment will hold so many possibilities that it will seem almost like an eternity. Yeah, I read you guys 6 pages. This is actually really helping. Also, if you guys don't know why the heck I'm sitting in front of my heater, because I have low iron, and honestly, this just feels nice. Even though my sleeve is burning, it just feels great. So, good night. Thank you for joining me for my week 6, 7. Wait. Thank you guys so much for joining me for my week 7 of 75 Hard. Yes, we stay up to 2 in the morning reading, but amen. Do better, Shalini, do better. Everyone in the comments tell me to do better. Because why am I awake at 2 in the morning trying to finish my book? Water's done though. I have to drink 4.5 of these, basically. Carry down, carry down.